Now this NAD, you can get these injections or IVs now, and it is something that enhances your own stem cell proliferation, but it is one of the most potent anti-aging molecules you can put into your body in terms of decreasing the rate at which your telomeres shorten. So you've probably heard a lot of these sirtuin-rich foods like blueberries and cacao and chocolate and resveratrol, and a lot of them work, but the most powerful of any of these is NAD, and your NAD to NADH ratio is highly reflective of your telomere health. And these are the most horribly painful and uncomfortable injections or IVs you'll ever get in your life. You can do it orally. There's a capsule. There's companies like Elysium and Niagen that sell NR.
I take that stuff.
Nicotinamide riboside. It's a precursor to NAD, but it doesn't hold a candle to just mainlining it into your bloodstream.
And how do you get it? Where do you get it from?
One way to do it is in a medical clinic. You can get a 6 to 8 hour IV. You bring your laptop in, you work away, and some people do this on a monthly basis. Just
6 to 8 hours of NAD.
It's a long drip.
They do it on a monthly basis, so they just pick a day a month.
Some of the guys down at On It do it, and they'll have a nurse come in and push it a little bit more quickly. That's like an hour-long IV.
Is it just beneficial to do it short like that?
It's way more uncomfortable. The shorter you get, the more uncomfortable it gets because you're pushing this stuff into your bloodstream more quickly, and it feels like your whole body is on fire. I mean, you have to box breathe and close your eyes and meditate.
Is it painful?
It's like, have you ever done DMT?
Mm-hmm.
It's like DMT, but you're on fire and getting punched in the gut at the same time, and you feel like your heart's going to explode.
Really?
And then you finish, and you feel like Superman. You feel like you have more energy on less sleep. Your workouts are better. I mean, it's like fish oil, where when you take a bunch of fish oil, you just kind of keep your fingers crossed that it's working. It's not like you can feel fish oil and you want to go destroy the world. It's even better than black ant extract.
Where are you getting this?
So you can get it too. So I get it shipped to my house, and I do a self-administered push IV. I do the same thing with Myers cocktails. So I shove a butterfly needle into my vein, and then I push this NAD in very, very slowly. And you can even chase it with a Myers cocktail, which enhances the effectiveness of it. Meaning you can do like an NAD, and this is a common protocol in a lot of anti-aging clinics or a lot of alternative health clinics. Is you do the NAD injection, and you follow that up with the Myers cocktail, and you feel like Superman.
And Myers cocktail is again?
That's just vitamins, right? It's like vitamin B.
IV infusion?
Yeah, okay. It's IV infusion of vitamin B, and sometimes all little nootropics in there like lithium and stuff like that.
Just too much to remember, man.
Oh, but it's...
How do you keep all this shit in your head?
I'm a complete idiot about anything except health and nutrition and fitness. That's how. Like, I don't know. I don't watch TV and I don't follow politics or anything like that.
Good for you.
I just study health.
Keep the poison out.
Yes, exactly. It's like Sherlock Holmes when Watson tells him his name, and he says, "I'm going to work hard to forget that," because he doesn't want anything cluttering up his head at all, aside from his sleuthing.
So, is there an NAD place in LA? Where I could go and do this?
Yes. I was speaking with somebody yesterday about this, and he asked me if I could find a clinic, and I found one in Beverly Hills. And it's probably one of the long IVs, so you want to wait till you have some computer work to do, and you can sit on your laptop and just kind of get stuff done.
6 to 8 hours.
Yeah.
Or you could just listen to podcasts.
Or you can push it in about 15 to 20 minutes. Woo! And you can have a nurse practitioner do this. And then there's some clinics that will do it's called a push IV, an NAD push IV. So I'm doing this.
It's just as beneficial, just more painful.
I'm doing this once a week now, and it's the most painful 10 to 20 minutes of my entire week, but you feel amazing. And I'm testing my telomere length with this company called TeloYears. There's another one. I forget the name of the other company that tests your telomere length. There's only a couple out there. So it tests the rate at which your telomeres are shortening. And the two things that have had the most profound effect on my results from that test have been the stem cell injections intravenously and the NAD injections. My biological age right now, which started off at an age of 37 when I was 34, and then decreased to 35 when I tested again at 36 years old. I just tested at 37 years old, and my biological age is 20 in terms of the rate at which my telomeres are shortening. And the only two things that have changed have been the stem cell injections and the NAD injections.
Dude,
so in terms of your
out.
biological age, you can reverse your biological age. Now, there is some...
side effects?
No. So the telomere test is a test of your white blood cell telomere length, which is not reflective of every cell in your body, right? So technically, it's not an ironclad test with a ton of research behind it, but it's an approximate corollary to your biological age. It's the best we have right now to be able to test telomere length, but I'm not going to pretend like it's a gold standard test. I'm not aware of a gold standard test for telomere length, but I can tell you that I feel amazing, and that telomere length is shortening, and those NAD injections just make you feel like Superman.
So do you think it's a combination of the things, or would you attribute it more to the NAD?
That's the problem with this shit I do, dude.
You do so many different things. Yeah.
And there's stuff you can do to enhance your own endogenous stem cell production. We were talking about meat, and I told you about that study with where we were talking about the carnosine and the blueberry extract. That's one. Chlorella is another. Colostrum is fantastic for that, for endogenous stem cell health. Coffee berry fruit extract. That's another really fascinating one. You can buy that on Amazon as a powder. And I put a lot of this stuff in my morning smoothie now. So when I wake up, I've got chlorella, I've got DHA, I've got this stuff called Pau de Arco bark tea, which also enhances your own NAD production. Colostrum, bone broth, vitamin C to enhance the bone broth uptake. So you can kind of make yourself a little cocktail of ingredients that you just take in the morning without necessarily spending, $8,000 on a stem cell and extraction and injection.
Have you thought about having some sort of an online thing where people could subscribe to a protocol and you would,
Well, what I thought about doing was just making like a supplement or something like that, like where you could take all this stuff and just combine it into a shake or into some kind of a supplement.
Some sort of a powder or something.
Yeah, and I mean, some people who don't understand the supplement industry or formulation say, well, why don't you just put all this stuff in a capsule? But I mean, you one compound can decrease the absorptibility of the other compound, or one compound will create it in an acidic or an alkaline scenario in which the other one doesn't work well. So it would require a lot of testing. But ultimately, at this point, I just blend it all in a blender and kind of keep my fingers crossed and dump it all into my big ass mug. But
it seems like someone like you who knows so much about this stuff, it would be a great resource if people could subscribe to something and you guys could put together some sort of a protocol for people that they could follow it on a daily basis.
You could, but you're creating more work for me.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude.
Yeah.